welcome to the Whoniverse and to a brand new video. Now, Stephen Moffat, previous showrunner and writer for Doctor Who, working on the show from 2005 all the way to 2017. He is the man that invented the Weeping Angels, the Silence, made instant classics like The Girl in the Fireplace, The Empty Child and The Day of the Doctor. To me, Stephen Moffat is an incredibly talented man. His writing is so clever, often full of twists and time travel trickery. He loves to put Doctor Who characters into the most savage and sad situations, and blimey, what's more brutal than putting a bomb at someone's feet? Well, Moffat has a mine as only the start of the episode, as it only gets more and more devastating as the minutes pass. Boom is an episode that brings Doctor Who back with a bang for me. It really shows that sometimes less is more, as the Doctor lands on war-torn Castarian 3, rushes in, and wham, he's stepped on a landmine. A mine that makes him powerless. He can't reach for the sonic. He can't even think at the speed of light like usual, because the adrenaline would heighten his double heart rate, and that's all the bomb needs to go boom, not just killing him, but half the planet under his feet. Nshute's acting paired with the directing of Julie Ann Robinson really pulls you in, such a range of emotion, sense of tension, fear all in the eyes of our Time Lord. Moffat writes the Doctor in a way that shows his experiences, and his centuries of time travel, and his view of the universe he travels through. Ncuti makes it believable, real, and you don't want to look away, not for a second, clinging to every word and mannerism. It's an episode with stakes, planet-destroying stakes. It's gripping, it's not hypothetical futures, or time gone wrong, that a hop in the TARDIS can fix. It's life and death, and that's it. This scenario puts real weight on the Doctor and Ruby's relationship. It's not singing and dancing, or bogies and toilet humour. No, this is harsh and real, and shows Millie Gibson's companion is able to handle the roughest that adventures in the TARDIS can throw at her. She takes charge and shows the positive evolution of the Doctor's friends. This isn't screaming at a bug-eyed monster made of bubble wrap. It's showing the companion as someone who is just as much a person to watch and believe in as the Doctor themselves. Ruby really goes through it all in this episode, and when she desperately tries to save the Doctor and tragedy strikes, it really hits hard. Tragedy after tragedy, death after pointless death. The episode shines a light on big issues, but not in a way that feels forced into the script. No, it's loud enough to make you listen, and it works, from faith to AI and war and its commerciality and capitalism. Eagle-eyed fans will notice that the name Villain Guard crops up in the episode quite a bit, featured on the weapons, ambulances and the AI themselves. A nice reference to the weapon factories the Ninth Doctor mentioned in Moffat's first episode of Who, The Empty Child in 2005, where the Doctor said how he destroyed them, replacing them with a banana grove. Bananas are good after all. We even get to see what's left of Villain Guard and what was Moffat's final story, Twice Upon a Time. Moving on, Moffat's linked military and religion before in the show, and it's a theme that strongly carries on in this episode, such as the clerical collars of the soldiers, their sense of faith in their ranks. Within his own era of the show, Moffat had clerics and bishops as ranks of soldier. The church was at war with those who opposed them, including the Doctor, but that's a long story with plenty of layers too. Anyway, Boom doesn't shy away from the ugliness of war and brings a lot to the table for this new season. The seemingly limited premise really opens up so much for the episode and the future of the show. It proves that the pair in the TARDIS aren't just here for the laughs, but the really dark days too, and once again proves Doctor Who is the show that can forever adapt and change. The only thing that's set is the TARDIS and the team. Outside of that, anything and anywhere can happen. And with Boom, it's worth saying what a set it is. I'm going to nerd out a little bit here, so stay with me. In this episode, we have the use of a segment of the volume, so instead of green screens where the background is added in later, we have a huge bank of LED screens that, paired with in-camera visual effects and motion tracking, brings an environment to life in real time. It's technology that's been used by Star Wars, The Mandalorian and The Batman, and goes to show Doctor Who's stepping into the big leagues. I think it's amazing to see such great groundbreaking techniques in use on a show that once didn't have the budget to have the TARDIS interior fully constructed, and relied on quarries and cardboard. We have a visual effects studio on this episode called Pixamondo, whose work stands out for sure, and they've worked on some projects with a familiar face too. Speaking of familiar faces, this episode not only has actress Susan Twist appearing yet again as the evil ambulance. If you've got a great eye for detail, you'll have seen her appear in Wild Blue Yonder, The Church of Ruby Road, Space Babies, and The Devil's Court before this episode. Just who is this mysterious lady? But also it's a huge welcome to the Whoniverse to Varada Sefu, who plays Monday Flynn in Boo, but has actually been cast as a new addition to the TARDIS team in Season 2 of this new era, alongside Millie Gibson as Ruby Sunday. Will she be the same character, or will she be playing someone brand new? Time will tell. It always does. Honestly, this episode pushes the actors' performances to their best, combined with great direction and cinematography, and the wonderful words of Stephen Moffat makes a spectacular piece of television. I think Boom is definitely going to be one of the episodes that's remembered at the end of this season, and I think it's great to see how well Doctor Who can do suspense and tension. I was on the edge of my seat. There was a tragic love story, family, danger, loss, and so much more. There was definitely an episode I really enjoyed, and the cherry on top was the mention of the 11th Doctor's dish, fish fingers and custard. I mean, Moffat, you are on another level. Best episode of the show this season so far for me. So, what did you think of Boom? Let me know in the comments below, and of course subscribe for more things Doctor Who. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.